So Google just released their new Pixel 5a, and I don't blame you if you ask why. Pixel 6 has already been announced. It's a vastly more exciting phone with their own tensor chip, so everyone's hyped up about it, techies and non-techies. So we already know that Pixel 6 is going to be a huge hit when it comes out. Why even bother releasing the Pixel 5a even after it's delayed? Well, that's not to say that there are no more fans of A series phones from Pixel. I mean, there are definitely people who are looking out for that. Clearly, everyone was ready to move on from the 5A and wait for the 6. So I don't think anyone was really holding their breath for a 5A to come out. Well, you see, I think it goes back to the definition of the A series device on its own. See, A series is a phone that's a kind of a budget version of the main Pixel series that's meant for people who don't really care about the high-end specs but just want a solid phone with great hardware and exceptional Google level software that can support them for the next few years. And I don't think those people care that they don't have the latest and greatest Snapdragon chip in their phone. Anyways, that Snapdragon chip will die out and eventually will be replaced by the tensor chip in all Pixel phones. So Google didn't really bother probably going with the newer chips here. I think what Google was trying to do is to give people a phone that's an upgraded version of the Pixel 4a 5G. The regular Pixel 4a of last year without the 5G was already such a great value that no one wanted to pay extra for a 5G version. So I guess Google is trying to repackage the same thing and give it out this year, hopefully that now that 5G is a bigger deal, people will be more interested in it. It also has a bigger battery this year with IP67 water resistance rating, so that's pretty cool. The Snapdragon 765G is still a fast processor. That combined with 5G and Google's latest and greatest software right out of the gate will definitely prove to be a good phone for many people down the line. And besides, it's $50 less now, so when the original Pixel 4a 5G came out, it was at around $499 USD. This is coming out at I think $450 USD. Not really that much of a big deal for people like us who are living in countries where China phones are dominating the market, but in US and Japan, which is where the phones are primarily being launched, I think that is a pretty big deal to people because the Google Pixel experience is something that you can't really get with other phones. And the target audience is not really looking for some exclusive hardware like 65-watt fast charging or huge high-resolution cameras. They are fine with the same 12MP and 16MP cameras and 18-watt charging. So it's not necessarily that is this phone exciting or not. It's just that are the people who are going to be buying this phone, are they interested in this phone or not? Because it's not meant for everyone. There's a reason why the Pixel 6 has already been kind of teased so much by Google themselves. They want people to be excited for their flagship upcoming phone, but they don't want to lose their budget audience either. So if someone is only willing to spend around 500 USD, then they want to have a new 5 series option for them to buy. And it's understandable that they don't want to showcase their new tensor chip in a mid-range phone. Like they want that to be in their top tier flagship, which is the Pixel 6 series, and then they can release the 6a or something like that down the line, which has a similar chip, maybe slightly underclocked or something like that. It's all a matter of marketing really, and people are really happy. Like those who are really looking for a Pixel 5a, well, they got it. Google has essentially kept all the things that were working with the 4a and just introduced a few new things like a bigger battery and ingress protection, something that people actually care about. So yeah, I'm not really complaining. The 5a is not really meant for me. I'm more of a Pixel 6 guy because I don't mind spending a little bit more on my phones. But not everyone requires a super high-end flagship to be in their pockets. They just want a solid phone that does all of their day-to-day activities and has good battery life to last them the entire day. And 5a pretty much checks all of those boxes now with 5G and ingress protection. It's about the long-term game with Google anyway. So 3 years of software updates, you know the whole deal. So that will be an appealing package for many people that you can now get at $450 USD. So yeah, I think that's about it. We don't have to talk really too much about the Pixel 5a. Those who are interested, they already know that they're interested. Those who are not, we'll be looking for the Pixel 6. Anyways, leave your thoughts about the 5a in the comments down below. If you have anything to add, you can leave it down there or leave it over at our Discord. Links in the description. I'll see you there. Cheers.